guys, my name is Tegan and I am the face behind Viveash Ventures. I know I've posted some videos, but they've been far and few between, but hopefully I will be posting a lot more. So let's get started. Alright guys, so I asked everyone on my Instagram and my Facebook channel if they wanted to see some of the new camera gear I got, and most people voted yes. So I'm just gonna go over the new things that I got, and yeah, we'll get started. So the first thing I'm gonna talk about today is the drone. So this is actually a drone. As you guys can see, it's not giant at all. This is the traveling case that it comes in, and it was packaged really well. So I'll go ahead and open it for you guys. And this is the inside. So as you can see, it's actually quite small, which I was really surprised about. I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger because most of the drones I've seen, if they are more inexpensive, they are quite a bit bigger, but this one, no, it's actually pretty small. So I'm just getting out the controller here, so actually I'll show you guys. So this is the controller. It comes all folded up, so these are the antenna here, little nodules, and then there's a picture, video, and this is to zoom in and out, change the way the camera's focusing. Underneath here, if I can get it, are basically just handles so you can hold it while you're driving. And then in the center here, this actually flips up so you can hold your phone into it, because there is an app that you can download, which, I mean, the app itself has a lot of what this controller has, so you don't technically need the phone to fly the drone, but it is really helpful because you can see what the camera's seeing. You can do a lot of other things on the app, so it's pretty useful. But there's like the takeoff and land button here, power, of course. It'll tell you what you're doing over here. This one's a homing system, and I can't remember what this button does, so yeah. I've played with it once so far because it's surprisingly enough been pretty windy out, and I crashed it more times than I landed it successfully, so still have a lot of practice before I actually start getting good. And this is the drone itself. So it folds out. Hang on, I'm probably gonna unfold it incorrectly, so it folds out like so. You do the bottom ones first and then the top ones. And I mean, if you want to move the propellers out, you can, but they are loose. You don't have to like position them in any way. Once it starts flying, it'll do that itself. So here's that. The camera's right here and you can move it. This up here is actually the battery, so there's lights all over the place. It'll tell you what it's doing. But yeah, pretty cool little drone. I'm really excited about it. Like I said, I need to keep practicing, but it's been really hot out when it's not windy, and then when it's cool out, it's windy, so it kind of sucks. And then it also came with just a charging cable, which works for both the remote and the drone battery. And then in here, it's just replacement propellers, a little screwdriver, and some screws, and the instruction manual. So that's the drone. I'm quite excited about it. I really like the little container it comes in because it makes me feel cool when I carry it around. So there we go. And I will go ahead and link everything below if you guys want to check that out. Everything that you're seeing right now I actually got on eBay. So eBay Daily Deals, that's my favorite place to shop for tech stuff. Honestly, I've been doing that literally since 2012. So a lot of my tech actually comes off of eBay, so unless it's something specific, but yeah, they always have great deals. So the next thing I got is a really big lens, which I'm very excited about. The largest lens I currently have is a Tamron lens, and I bought that specifically when I went to Africa in 2011. That's a 70 to 300 millimeter lens, so it does get great pictures. It's actually a telephoto / macro lens, so I've been able to get really cool photos with it. But I saw this and I decided I wanted it because it wasn't very expensive, because it was marked down quite nicely. And that is Optica. don't know how to say it, this lens here. So this actually is a T-mount. So most Nikons are F-mounts, so you do need a T-mount converter. So this kit came with the T-mount converter, which is really nice. So this actually just screws directly onto the Nikon body, and then you can screw the parts in. So it's really cool. And I can just open this up for you guys if you want. So this is, again, just the converter. Just screws on right here, and then you start putting on the lens. And I just have it in the box because I don't have, or don't know where I'm going to put it yet. So yeah, so the T-mount, and then it came with a lens cleaning cloth, which is nice. Now, since it is a converted lens using a T-mount, you do have to use a manual focus. It doesn't autofocus for you, so that's something that you do have to get used to. And this lens is actually a 400 to 1600 millimeter lens. So I've only been using up to 300, and I've gotten some, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I feel like some really good photos with that, really great close-ups. But this one up to 1600, oh my gosh, I'm very, very excited to see what I'll be able to do. Oh, there she is, how exciting. So obviously it has a lens cap. This little doodad right here is actually protecting the glass too, so you can see the glass is pretty far back. So that's quite nice actually. It's kind of, obviously there, it helps with flare from lighting too. It does have grip on the side. This is what you mount on with your tripod, because it is such a large lens, you want to have a tripod supporting it, so obviously you're not shaking. And you can loosen it here to make it go up and down further if you need to change it, depending on obviously when this screws into the adapter. So that's nice. Now it automatically is in the 400 millimeter position, but if you guys can see here where it says open and lock, if we decide to open it, we can actually pull it out, and it does tell you right on the side how far you're doing. So there we go, and that is out all the way, so you can see it's pretty amazing. So starting out, it's 420 millimeter, 500, 600, 700, and 800. So this is technically an 800 millimeter lens, and then when you use this adapter, it's the 2x converter, which you actually stick on down here, and then the T-mount goes here, and then the body of your camera, and this is what makes it up to 1600 millimeters. So it's pretty exciting. Even this by itself is still amazing. So I'm very, very excited to start using it. And it's kind of satisfying just to close it. So, and it's really nice too because they both come with their own pouches. They're not going to get lost, and technically with the T-mount I can screw this onto either the 2x converter or the lens itself, and that way it's not going to get lost because I'm going to need it anyway to be able to attach it to the body of the camera. That's probably what I'm going to do with it, but I still have it in the box for now. But this one, I can't remember the exact price, so I will go ahead and leave that below as well. And again, I bought all of these on the eBay daily deal, so the pricing might be different than what I'm saying right now. So just full transparency, it's a deal, so sometimes it'll change. The next kit that I decided to get was something that I've been debating about having for a while, and it was only $30 or $35, so it was kind of a last minute thing. It came up when I was checking out, and I was like, you know what, that sounds pretty fantastic, and it was free shipping, so why not add it when I'm getting the rest of the stuff anyways. And that is a wide angle and a fisheye. Technically a telephoto, but wide angle, this one, and a fisheye / telephoto lens. And they actually screw onto the front of your camera or your lens that you already have for your Nikon. So I figured, hey, why not give it a try? It's not that expensive. So that kit actually came with 2 lenses, the tulip lens cap, whatever you want to call this. I know it's a tulip thing to help prevent light. But it came with this, came with a shutter release, which is quite nice because the movie kit that I got for the new body didn't have a remote. However, I think I have like 3 of these because fun story. A couple years ago, I was trying to find a remote for my Nikon, the D3100, and I purchased a couple online just thinking it would work. and then the infrared ones weren't working with it, so I was trying to do some research trying to figure out why it wasn't working, and it's because the D3100 is not compatible with remotes. So I tried to get a wired one, and all the different wired ones that I tried wouldn't work with it either, so I kind of just gave up, and that's another huge reason why I wanted to upgrade my camera, because yeah, I wanted a remote because I like to do night shoots, and it kind of sucks trying to hold down. So all the pictures that you see on my Instagram when it's a star shoot is me physically holding down the button and trying not to move. So that will be a lot easier now. But yeah, so it came with the tulip cover, the filter. It also came with a lens cleaning kit. Super cute. It also came with a flash, which is quite nice. This one actually has a couple different modes on the back, and it just attaches to the hot shoe of the camera, which is quite nice. And then if you needed it to be extended out, it does come with the grip that goes onto the bottom of the camera where like the tripod would go. So that's pretty cool too. So I'm just keeping everything in the boxes for now because I don't really know where I'm going to be putting them, because I've got a lot of organizing to do. The next thing that this kit came with is this little guy. And this is quite nice. It's a little organizer. So these are just different lens filters that you can screw onto the front of the lens. So it came with a UV filter lens, a CPL filter, and an FLD filter. So it helps with different lighting. That's really cool with the filters. I have a few already, but they look a little bit different than the ones I have. So I'm excited to give them a try and see which ones I like better. Now let's get into the fun stuff. So the lens, they come in these boxes, which is nice. And this is the wide angle. Again, they have a little bag, which is fantastic because that really helps for, at least for me, I feel like it helps with organization. I mean, sometimes when you're trying to grab and go, if you're like actively shooting, it can be a pain, but yeah, it's not too bad. So this is the, what did I say? The wide angle lens. So this one is right here for you guys. And so instead of being like an actual lens that attaches directly to the camera body, this one screws on. So you can see you might be able to see the thread. It screws onto a lens already. So whether that be your average 18 to 55 millimeter lens, or if you, I know I have a smaller short angled lens too, it just screws onto the front of whichever lens that you're using, and then it makes the angle wider. And then this one's kind of fun. Again, this is the, I mean, they advertise it as a fisheye. On the box it says the telephoto, so whatever you want to call it, but same thing. It just screws onto the front of whichever lens that you're using here, and then you have a fisheye effect or a telephoto effect, depending on how far in you zoom, which I think is pretty cool. I've always wanted one of those since high school, and now I got one, so I'm pretty excited. That was the other kit. That one only, like I said, $30 or $35. I will link it below, which is really cool. I know with this kit, they did have different measurements since they do screw onto the lens, so you have to know what size lens that you have. These are both 52 millimeter threads, so they work with the Nikon lenses, and basically whichever lenses work with Nikon. I haven't personally used Canon, so I don't know what their thread is, but these are 52 millimeter, so just make sure you're checking that before you buy something, just in case it is different. I know they were advertising like different brands like Nikon kit, Canon kit, so it's easier, but always just want to double check that too. Now let's go ahead and move on to the last thing I got, which was the movie kit with the new body of my camera. Now it is kind of big, so we'll just start with this guy. This is a stabilizing handle, which is literally just this part here, but it comes with this box. And this kit, there was a ton of different ones. They have tons of different bodies on eBay Daily Deals. Like you can get a D7200, you can get a D70, the D5600, 3200. So the pricing differs on what body you're getting, whether or not you're getting a lens with it. I decided not to go with the lens just because I already have a few standard lens already, so I didn't get that. I just paid for the body and then the accessories, but there's tons of different things. So I think this one was about 500, I don't know, but yeah, so the prices just varies on whatever you're getting. All So this is the stabilizer. So your camera screws in down here, and it does work for DSLR point and shoot cameras. It also works for GoPros too, which is kind of nice. And then you just obviously hold, you can place it down. Up here you can put in like, say if you're obviously needing a mic, so you can put in a mic here, a monitor up here, flash, whatever the case may be. And then the next thing that it came with, and all the other stuff is in here right now, so that's why I'm going to show this first, is this camera bag. So it has a tripod holder here, and then it has a cool little zip right on the side. And I just put the rain cover in here, so this was quite nice that I really liked. I do have a couple other camera bags, but none of them came with a rain cover, so it literally is just a cover that you can put over it in case it starts raining. You don't want to get your gear wet. So I thought that was quite cool. I will actually show you guys the inside of the backpack after I'm done showing you everything inside, just because I currently do have everything stored in here. First thing that came with the kit, other than the backpack, was an HDMI cable, and then we have the mic, which is really nice. This is something that I've also been really wanting, because when you're filming, sometimes the audio on the camera isn't the best, and this helps it so much. It does have a wind cover. It can attach below or right above on the hot shoe, so depending on which one you want. It does have a cute little tripod, which I really like because this one's actually quite heavy. A lot of the tripods that you get with these kits are sometimes pretty junky, but this one actually feels quite sturdy, so it'll be nice to try to use it for setting that lens on if I wanted to do something pretty close up. Probably work for a GoPro too, but it has like a little thing that you can attach to a belt or a pocket or whatever the case, so I thought this one was quite cute for being what it is. It did come with an extra battery for the camera. Now this is quite nice. This also came with it. You put in the memory card on this side, and then you have a USB here. So if you don't actually have a memory card port, I know some of the newer Macs, they only have USB, so this is quite nice. It also came with a memory card. Also came with a side handle, a lens catcher, lens holder, and then it also came with a lens cleaning kit to blow the dust off, spray to clean your lens with, Q-tips, and then this pen's quite cool. So on one side, if you take that off, you have this, which is almost like a dry erase marker, and then on the other, you have your little brush. Your screen protectors, a cleaning cloth for the lens, a memory card holder, and then it also came with this light too. So it's battery operated, and this one's not a strobe, it just literally, you turn it on or off, but that's quite nice, it's LED. And I thought this was pretty cool too, so if you buy more of these, they can actually, the same thing that you'd use to go into the hot shoe, you can put tons of little lights together, so if you need more light, I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know how much those are separately, but it was interesting. Now this is the thing I was kind of excited about because I'm such a nerd and I like to travel, but this is a travel charger. You have your rapid charger, which is just you put your battery in here and then you can plug it into the wall if you want. And then you have the car adapter, so you can plug it into the top here and charge it in your car. And then it also came with a European adapter, so you just plug it in here, and if you're in Europe, you can just charge it that way, which I thought was really cool because I haven't personally seen that before, so now I have that and I don't have to use an adapter all the time. That is all that came with like the movie accessories, all of that, the backpack, and then the stabilizer. And this is what came with the camera body itself, so another wall charger, another battery, and then, are you guys ready? Are you ready? She's beautiful, the D5600. I've been wanting this camera for a while, so I'm very, very stoked about it. So it's quite nice because the lens is actually hidden here, but you can pop it out all the way. You can flip it, so if you're recording, you can see, then you can close it if you want it traditional again, but you can flip and then keep that protected there. Honestly, there's so many other features on it that I'm excited about. It works with a remote control. It does have better audio, better video capabilities than my old camera too, so I'm very excited to finally have this and to get it charged and to start playing with it. And then lastly, let me show you guys the inside of the backpack. So it does have like, I feel like it's too small for a laptop. Maybe if you put a tablet in here or one of the small Google laptops, like I know my MacBook probably won't fit in there. We could always do a MacBook test, but it does have just a Velcro and this flap. And then it is quite padded on the inside here. And these are all Velcro, so you can change them around. So that's the backpack that it came with. So that is all of my new goodies. I'm very excited about them. And I will probably be making a blog post just giving an update with all these new things and then comparing them to my old camera gear, or doing another one saying which one I travel or what stuff I traveled with before. But yeah, you guys voted, you wanted to see it, so that's all the new stuff. If you guys want to see more videos, go ahead and subscribe, like it, share it. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Everything is at Viveash Ventures. I'll have everything linked down below. And thank you guys so much for watching and reading the blog and supporting me. And hopefully there'll be more cool videos to come. All right, have a great day, guys. Bye.